Welcome to Lolcow Crypt. Let me jump in the fucking Discord, baby. I'm ready for the show. Is Jaffe in there? I'm gonna jump in this one. Right, guys, let's roll that intro. I am so ready, so happy to be here. Let's roll the intro.
What a forward young man you are.
Absolutely.
Loca vatos locos, can't do low.
Smoke, twisted steel, ice cream truck with a devil wheel. Olympus cracks, torches spit, old guys whisper as the signal hits. Moving clips and UFOs, where it stops nobody knows. Flash, flash, something hit, whole room losing it. Don't lose grip. Something weird inside the crypt. Crypt in the current, crypt in the crypt. Twisted myth signal with a grin on its lip. One sees the signal, one's already slipped. Strange lights, strange trips, shadows start to shift. Current in the crypt. Twisted myth signal from the mothership. Click, click, watch the whole room flip. Flash, flash. Click, click. Something weird inside the crypt. Woo!
Oh, I'm muted. Welcome to Lolcow Crypt. Jaffe is excited to be here. Aren't you, Jaffe? Just like I am. This is a great day in the Lolcow universe. Wow, what a wonderful time to be alive. I think he's not there. I think he's not there. Okay, he probably ran to get a drink, and that's okay. We have a really cringe thing to play right now, so I'm going to fucking play it. You know, to honor our non-crowns that we don't have yet. If it works or not, we'll see. Let me see what happens. Oh my. Oh wow. Beautiful. Welcome to Crypt, baby.
We made something beautiful, something rare. A show about the strange with two idiots who care. I checked the list twice like a broke-ass Santa Claus, and all I found was me just grasping at straws.
Josh wore the bunny suit, Jaffe can sneeze on command.
We gave our all and still can't fill the stand.
Text the Messiah, other shows are eating fine.
But the crypt stays crownless, like it's cursed by design.
We are cursed.
Just one little crown, one shiny little hat.
One brave bastard to say.
I'll pay for that. Your name goes right here, right in the song.
The best show on earth.
Where you belong.
True and real. True and real.
Delightful. Delightful.
Very sad. Very sad, actually. Very solemn, you know.
It's a very good song. Makes me happy. All you had to do
very
is
joyous.
crown up, baby.
Oh,
You
my
gotta
God, your beard's
crown up,
gone.
baby.
Your beard's gone. No.
Goddamn right.
No.
Goddamn
Jaffe,
right.
what the hell? You're going to upset all the, what do you call them? What do you call them? You got
I
a
don't
word
know.
for them. What do you call them?
I don't know. I
Yeah,
described them. I have no idea.
Yeah, honeys.
You think the ladies like the beard? I don't know.
think the
Look,
ladies
man.
love the beard.
Jaffe has evolved into Phil Collins says, Yeet, I fucking wish you call me from the room in your hotel. That's like that's a big hit for him, but it was not one of the songs most people associate with Phil. The point is, though, yeah, if you crown up, Josh and I were trolling Discord this weekend. We see there's a number of people considering where to put their crown this month. We'll take it, and we'll up the cake. Well, God damn it, Jaffe, come on, learn to speak, you dumb fuck. We will up the ante and include you in the song. So if we have 5 crowns, can you imagine the fantasy? If we have 5 crowns, there'll be 5. You get into the song.
And hey,
5 different people.
What I will say as well, Jaffe, is they are not alone. The pay pigs who join us, they also get some love every single day. This is randomized every day. I'm gonna push the button. It's magical. You should wait for this.
Hit that goddamn thing.
It preloads. So usually I'd be like, yeah. Come on, pay pigs. Thank you, pay pigs. Here we fucking go. Let's roll.
Gather round! Gather round! Prepare yourselves for the unparalleled spectacle that is Lolcow Crypt! Bow before the Pay Pig Pantheon! PG Quine Lady and Brick Scraper! Beyond extraordinary!
Goddamn right.
More generous and goddamn fabulous than anything this side of the galaxy! These gorgeous masterminds define legendary support!
They really do. It's random every time. It's usually a bit shorter than that because I've tested it like 20 times. But you know.
But PJ Equine and Brick Scraper, thank you so fucking much for supporting the show like you guys do.
We love you.
Wonderful, wonderful. How was your weekend, Joshua?
Very uneventful, very boring actually.
Was it? I heard you guys watched some good movies though.
Oh, the movies were good. Yeah, the movies were great.
How was Maniac?
Wow,
was Maniac as gory?
Maniac 1980. The movie is very slow and drawn out, but it's like, and I think you're kind of seeing through the eyes of the maniac, the main character, and he obviously kills people. He's a maniac, but it's very slow and eerie, and like he creeps me the hell out. So I guess the movie does its job, but it doesn't quite hit the above a 7. I'd give it a 6.5. I would say it's decent, I don't, and it's low budget, right? So it was 350k to make it. They made 10 mil off that shit, so they it
was also made back in 1980 or 1979, so that wasn't that low. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of low, but
the actresses were some of them were actual porn stars. I saw that as well. Yeah, I didn't know people hired porn stars for movies. I was like, oh well, that's interesting. I guess they do.
I remember when I was a kid, there was a movie called Galaxina, and it was it was during the Star Wars craze, and I was anything science fiction I wanted to see, but apparently it starred this Playboy playmate, Dorothy Stratton or something, who was murdered. And my dad's like, yeah, we're not going to go see that. I'm like, dude, why? If you look at the poster, when I was like 9 or 7 or whatever, I wasn't paying attention. Hang on. Galaxina. If you look at the poster, man, this is like, I wasn't looking at, her sexuality. I was just looking at like, holy shit, man, that looks like science fiction.
What we need as well, we need like a really short noise, so I know when we get these under 10s, because like we used to have a noise, it triggered every time for every dono, and we've been missing 5s and 2s and whatnot, Jaffe. We've been missing them, so I apologize for that, guys. We just got $5 from Yeet, who says on second thought, the glasses give off Woody Harrelson in Natural Born Killers. Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey are actually doing a movie together. No, they're doing a TV series called Brothers together on Apple TV. It's coming out soon.
Yeah, I was getting that mixed up because I was thinking about what was the detective one they did, but True Detective was Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey.
That's right. Yeah,
and that's the same thing.
Yeah. So it's basically going to be that, but they're apparently they are friends or something, and then they realize they're secretly brothers. It might be slightly different than that, but I think there's a picture leaked, and I don't think there's a trailer yet. But let me play it in one second.
So this was the poster. Back in the day, we had, we didn't have the internet, we had the newspaper. So every Friday you'd open it up and you'd go, what's showing? And I was so bummed I couldn't. I mean, what 8-year-old kid who had just come out of Star Wars, who was into all this shit, would not want to see this? And I didn't realize it was with a porn star. And I guess it's kind of almost X-rated, but look how cool, man. We had the best fucking paperback book covers and movie posters, and things have gotten so bland today for reasons that many people can explain whatever. But man, I mean, you don't get movie posters like this anymore. You don't get painted shit like this anymore. It's just gorgeous, fucking gorgeous. But anyway,
They do look better.
my dad said,
I will say.
my dad said, no, you can't see it. You're too goddamn
you
young.
Can't see it because there's nudity, I imagine. If she's a porn
I don't
star,
even,
she's got to use her.
my dad,
her skills.
my dad probably knew she was a porn star, but he didn't know. We probably, he didn't really. As far as I know, he didn't go watch porn, but I don't fucking know. He probably did. Hello, Emily Hansen. Thank you so much for being a member to this fine show for 2 months. We appreciate it. Bree, thank you so much for the super chat. Just got here. Who's the new host with Josh? My name is Spartacus. I have no idea. It's just, listen, people say, well, what happened to the beard? It's kind of like what I say. I don't grow it as a look. It's an issue of how it's how lazy I am and how apathetic I am about it. So, it was last night or 2 nights ago. I was just like, well, I'm tired of this. This is getting in my way.
But it looks
so
good. It does look cooler though. I will say, you are less cool now, and I hate to say that.
Yeah, no, there's a look about it. There's absolutely a look about it. You can't have a beard like that, especially with a shaved head. And most people will think
I like that look.
You're going for a look.
I like the bald head with the beard, with the big beard. It's like you swap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it looks good. It works on a lot of people. So I think you're hating.
Yeah. No, I don't think it doesn't look good. I'm just saying it got annoying. I think it was because I was chewing on it.
Oh, right.
I could never be a woman with long hair. I would just chew on it all day, and I was just like, no, thank you. Thank you, Big Mistake, and thank you, Yeet, for the Dollar Train. Thank you, Infinite Princess. Are we doing a Dollar Train? I guess we'll find out, buddy, but you started it if we do.
I need to bring back we had a hype train on Reapers, and I made a really cool one that I never got to show that actually had, actual vehicles driving past that were, Reapers themed. I'm going to make one that's, the Crypt themed, where it's, UFOs flying past, and it goes along the bottom, it's out of the way, but it's when you get, a chain of super chats or whatever, and it's in a short period, and it goes off. I think I'll bring that back. It was fun. People liked it.
Did Keemstar is what you told me about schedules and stuff public? Because Tech came in and told me something similar, and I'm like, well, I said, where did you hear that? And I think he said Keemstar came on Tech's 24-hour weekend stream and said something.
That's true. He went on that stream and he did say a few things. He said, we're likely going to the 16-show schedule with the 1.5-hour shows. Just means that more shows get to be on a circuit, and we can move some people around easier because there's extra slots in between, where there wouldn't be times before. So I think it works out for a lot of people, and that's why it's being considered.
Okay, but it's not an official announced thing at the moment, as far as we know.
Not officially announced, but they have heavily hinted that it's going to happen, even more so than they did in the past. And I hope it does, because Crypt deserves a spot on that board.
It does indeed. And we wouldn't have to go up against Queens, because come on, don't be fucking crazy. Now listen, I don't know if you guys saw this, but I was not at the movies on Saturday with you guys. I am going to start doing... we got to figure out the night. I think this week will be Tuesday, or it'll definitely be Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm going to be doing a 8 o'clock California late night movie for Tuesday or Wednesday instead, because I don't think I'm going to be able to make it as often on Saturdays. So Josh will cover you on Saturdays. I will cover you. Obviously, Josh is, we'd love to have him there, but I know it's late where he is. That will be on Tuesday or Wednesday. And the reason I picked Tuesday or Wednesday is that's when a lot of the movies that are new come to rental or purchase. And so there might be something really big versus an old movie. So if you haven't seen, we watched The Housemaid, we watched Mortal Kombat 2 last week. Lee Cronin's The Mummy we watch. So we'll probably be watching more new movies right out of the theaters and shit, or brand new to streaming movies. So, but that's what's going on with that, just if you were curious. Okay. Now, my delightful friends, what are we doing today? We have stories we promised you because Friday was the crazy stream with bunny rabbits and lots of dope. And so we have a normal show for you today. Normal being relative because it's about all of the weird shit. Josh, I'm loaded for bear. I'm sure you are too. You want to go first?
Well, the ones I have are maybe more interactive. So I think if you go
let's.
first, because I got one for you to do that I think will be funny. I think we should both
Okay.
do this like challenge thing it's popular at the moment. It's very easy. It's not hard or anything. But
Okay.
it's
All right.
just
Well, then
funny.
I will tell you a story I read in the Washington Post this weekend about end of life visions. Okay. There's a doc, and this is the Washington Post now. There is a doctor who could have been a very successful cardiologist, but somewhere along the lines, he said, I really want to focus on giving quality end of life care. And so he totally left his fellowship and went to work at with old people who were dying. And at first he was confused, but over the years he started to see, along with all the hospice nurses that were like, yeah, this is normal. The way a lot of people, not just old, but, a lot of people at death see visions or visit places from their past. And you've heard a lot about this, like they talk about going on a trip, or they talk about grandpa's coming to get me or whatever. And so he says, because he, a lot of people will push back on this and say, well, yeah, but that's the morphine, that's the lack of oxygen. They did a very intense, groundbreaking study to make sure the people that they were interviewing were not having any of those conditions. So in order to be part of the interview, you have to have been having these visitations or these visions, but you couldn't be on the morphine, you couldn't be on drugs, you couldn't be cognitive in decline. It was just you were getting ready to go. And these things happen usually a few days or hours before. Sometimes it's a little earlier. But anyway, and so what he ended up saying is he said, I can't explain what it is. Like in the chat right now, mood poisoning says that's subconscious conditioning and biochemical response. Right. He is absolutely not suggesting that these visions are real. Even though they feel incredibly real and they're loaded with detail and nuance and blah, blah, blah.
Well, a lot of them are like family members, and like people say that you like fear strips away, and it's like, oh, it's not your time, or like, oh, come with me, and all that. That's the kind of stuff that I've heard, like mainly.
88% they said of people have these. And yeah, most of them are calming and comforting. Some of them are a bit more traumatic, but for most people, they are very calm and very comforting. And you see loved ones, and you see places that you have fondness for. One woman that they covered extensively in the story was talking about a farm that she grew up on with her grandmother and how she was going back there. And what I thought was really neat about the story wasn't just the fact that he said, look, I don't know if it's just a physiological response. I don't know if it's spiritual. He says, I'm not really into the spiritual stuff, but the fact is our brain does this. Whether it's a magical thing, it's, angels coming to get you, or it's the brain shutting down. But what I saw my dad go through this, by the way, when he was on his deathbed. What I find fascinating about this is the fact that the brain does this. So even if we take it just from the evolutionary, pure physiology standpoint, the brain could do a lot of things when we die, like it could, or when we're approaching death. So somehow the brain, the subconscious, knows it's a coming, right? It doesn't know it like it's like you before you get in a car accident. Now that would be something, but it knows it's a coming, and this stuff just starts happening. But it could have been anything. You could have just started seeing colors, right? Or 88% of people, when the body recognizes it's shutting down, you could have started hearing train whistles. But for some reason, the body evolved, the brain evolved to a way that says, we're going to show you things and take you places that are, and people that bring you comfort and joy. And what's the evolutionary value of that? What the fuck everything we evolve from is because there's a reason for us to have that experience so we can maintain the species. The only thing I can think of is it makes people less afraid, so people aren't like, death is scary, let's not have babies anymore because we don't want the babies to be afraid of death. Why would our brain do that if it's just physiological?
For me, it's very close to dreaming almost. Like, and it makes me wonder, could death be like dreaming? Could it just be a dream, a constant dream? It's fairly odd because I feel like all the people
Are
that
you
have spoken
saying
about
death is the dream or life is the dream we wake up from?
I'm saying that, like, in these end life visions, they're like having these dreams almost, right? They're very close to what a dream would be. So are they just dreaming, and does death continue to be a dream? I wonder if that's the case. I don't know. It's just very odd.
Well,
but I guess the brain
if
does
you're
eventually give
dreaming-
up. So maybe
Well,
not.
right. If you're dreaming and it comes from the brain, then yeah, when the brain is destroyed, the dream ends, I assume. Infinite says our brain tries to protect us in the silliest ways. Well, yeah, I get it, but
Yeah.
I don't even know if protect is the right word. It tries to keep the species going, is at least what we understand. Now, maybe that's not true. Maybe it's just an assumption we make that everybody's just bought into the idea that the only reason nature moves forward is to sort of procreate. And we just don't even question that, right? But is that really true? I mean, it seems true, but
Who knows?
maybe it's
it does
not.
seem to be the way. You know, do you think there's a lot of people at the end life, say, you know, who come back and stuff? Do you think a lot of people come back and lie? Or do you think they just see some crazy shit and that they did what they said happened did happen? Like, how varied are all these accounts? I mean, I'd love to know.
The number of people, the number of people that experience these things, you would have to have a whole lot of fucking liars, because this guy, and he's not the only one, many doctors and many books and many hospice nurses. I mean, you're basically saying that a person who's basically in the last stages of life, 3 hours, 2 hours before they die, are like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to fuck with these people. I'm going to tell them I'm seeing grandpa coming back. I mean, 88% of people would have to choose to do that. I don't know, man. I don't know if that's what's going on, but I mean, I don't know. I think it is the cruelest joke that we don't get to know, but it's probably necessary. I get it. I think about this a lot. People say, Jaffe, why are you obsessed with death? I'm not obsessed with death in a morbid way. It's just
curiosity. It's
what a
curiosity.
Yeah, what a delightful what a delightful mystery it is. Mood poisoning, and I think mood poisoning works in the sciences, if I remember something she wrote in the chat recently. But she says that's mental decomposition. I mean, I understand, but why is mental decomposition occurring in a way that makes you, have great peace? I mean, if your leg is decomposing because you have gangrene, it's not like, you know what we're going to do for this guy? His leg's going away, but we're going to make it look like, a unicorn, and it doesn't, there's nothing else I can think of where we decompose and the brain is like, we're going to make this pleasant for you. Like, I don't think. But then again, pleasant subjective. So anyway, that's been on my mind. I read that this weekend. I think a lot about that. Flongle says, if you did know the mystery of life would be less interesting. You need an unknown. Yeah, you're right. But you also, there's a difference between, take Lost. I didn't watch a lot of Lost, but everybody says the end of this TV series, the hit ABC show Lost, was a disappointment because they didn't really have an end in mind, right? I don't have a problem with having mysteries, but they got to get solved, and then you get another mystery. But if you never can solve the big mystery or even get close to it, you kind of get demotivated a little bit. Maybe that's the idea. Maybe the aliens who bred us want us to be demotivated. I don't know. Anyway, that's the story.
Good, because I've always wanted to go back and watch that, but it's so old. I'm like, oh, I don't know. Is it worth it?
I watched the first 2 episodes. I thought it was cool, but I never really cared for it all that much. I like the woman in it who went on to be the Wasp in Marvel. I forget what her name is. But a lot of people loved it, and then a lot of people got really bummed because the final payoff wasn't really much of anything, and that was a real disappointment to a lot of people. Mood Poisoning says she's a molecular biologist. She says, as your organs start to fail, your brain is always running, and you can rely on the thoughts you put in your mind all your life. Yes, but in that case, where mood poisoning does the directive to the mind come to give 88%? Like, why would most people see and experience similar things? Is that just because humans like their past, because the past you have nostalgia for? And
Yeah, probably.
I mean, I'm not saying that's not what it is. I don't know. Anyway, so I spent time doing that. I did other things, but that was I read that and thought about that a lot this weekend.
Well, it's very interesting. So another story that you kind of rang up on the bunny stream that I thought is absolutely crazy. The story you went into was the guy that threw his kid in the crocodiles.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still have that article queued up?
I don't have it queued up, but I've read it. I know enough about it. Maybe I could speak about it.
Go ahead.
I mean, we did talk about it, I think. So a mom takes her little boy to the zoo, and some guy who I don't know if they have caught yet or they understand his motivation, at least as of Friday they didn't, picked him up and threw him into the alligator pit, and he was attacked. And then the wife of the owner of the zoo jumped in to the alligator pit, and she did save him, but I mean, these are those people that are out there, man. These are those people that are like, let's push this person in front of a subway.
I just don't understand
You're
the
not
motivations
supposed to
at all.
You're not supposed to. They are the way they're viewing life, either always or at that moment, because something jumped the tracks in their brain. They are not thinking like a normal person. They are either thinking probably like I was when I was 4 and going, can I take this life away from this duck? Or this isn't real anyway. There was a guy.
It's a simulation or some kind of weird mindset.
Yes.
I get you. Yeah.
There was a guy who murdered his family with a shotgun after watching the movie The Matrix. He was obsessed with The Matrix. He got a shotgun. He was convinced that this wasn't real, so it wouldn't matter. And he played some song from the Matrix soundtrack while he murdered them. And he said by the time he shot his father dead, his mother was already killed, and the dad was laying against the steps begging for his life. The kid realized, oh my God, I'm not waking up from this. This is real. So, I don't know. Some people are just, somewhere else, I suppose.
I think the kid was slightly injured from I don't know if it was from the crocodile. I don't know if they verified if it was from the crocodiles or the guy, or from the actual throwing him in the enclosure. But it's just like we didn't really touch on it on the bunny stream. I think you read the title and then we moved on because you were.
I was very high.
You were very high. Which, by the way, guys, if you haven't seen, you should probably go back and watch it. It was crazy. It was a crazy stream. It was a fun stream. It was all. I mean, look, it was pretty much this, but he was absolutely gone.
Oh yeah. Well, I hotboxed it. I hotboxed it, baby. In the mask. It was great.
No. So the stuff that I've got, first of all, I built a thing so we can, because I want to, bring the YouTube comments into play.
Okay, good.
What I want to do is I want to be able to go over some of those, so what I do is I load up our videos and it grabs the comments, and then I just chose the most interesting ones. So guys, get commenting and we'll react to your comment. Do you want to go through a few now, or do you want to wait a little bit?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's
roll with it. All right.
Yeet says though she's still pissed they kicked us off live. Yeah, fuck those guys.
Yeah,
morons.
that was annoying for this reason. Let's talk about this real quick. It was annoying because when somebody comes on your show, they become the focus, right? So you want to talk to them, have them talk, but instead it's Boogie and Glammy and Turbo all screaming and then talking about something else. And
to be fair though, we didn't put ourselves in waiting. I think you're right if you drag someone in from waiting, but if you just bust in, like I get pissed when people bust in here and we're in the middle of something. So, but we were high, so I wouldn't have done it if I wasn't high.
But they were talking to us, asking us stuff, and then they jumped to something. You know what I mean? Like they were just chopping and changing and chopping and changing and chopping and changing.
It was actually Glammy who kicked us, which actually kind of pisses me off. I used to think she was a very sweet lady. And I even helped her. She called me when I was doing some of the games back on Madhouse, and I was like, oh, here's how you do it in OBS, and here's how you do the layers and all this, and then I'm like, oh fuck that bitch. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, you're just a fucking user. You'll go anywhere and everywhere you can to get ahead. No, you can go fuck yourself. So now
Well-
she's not even on my shit list. I don't care about her enough to have her put on the list, but she can go fuck herself.
That's completely fair. I think a lot of people will agree with you. She's very much opportunist. Anyways,
Yeah, I can't handle that shit.
let's do this. Where's my magic button? Here we go. So it comes up
Oh,
on
hi,
screen all
magic-
nice if you've got the YouTuber.
Magic button.
That's
Oh,
very
yeah, no.
magical. This one says Jaffe is funny. What the fuck? So this was on our stream that we did with the bunnies. You know, this is from a lovely. Is it Jesus?
Oh, right.
Guerrero.
Yeah. Yes.
Very nice, very sweet comment. Anything you want to say to him?
No, thanks. I guess I don't know. I mean, I was high, so I don't really remember what I said on that stream. But I am funny, but I'm not. I can't be funny on command. Like I would never, you know. I will use the shield of saying, "Oh, it's comedy" when I say something that pisses someone off because it is accurate. But I don't consider myself a consistently funny guy. But I appreciate that. I assume that was positive, and I appreciate it. Thanks, man.
It's positive. It's positive. Next one here is nothing, so I'm gonna rip that one up. Next one is what a day to miss this. And here's the thing, this one's actually interesting. This comes from Infinite Princess. She missed our bunny stream, but she did watch the playback, and this is a common story. People
Thanks,
having to
buddy.
watch our VODs because we are stuck in a place.
We are talking to you from the past.
In a hole where nobody can watch us. But yeah, thank you. Next one, let's see what we got. Ridiculous
Hang on a second.
amount of
Infinite Princess has been a member for 3 months. She says, even though I've had my issues, this is my favorite show. In the new time slot, I can't watch it with my husband, and that sucks a little bit. My understanding is that we're not going to be in this slot for too much longer.
Yeah,
but I
that's
don't
what
know if that's true.
That's what I'm kind of guessing, but we don't know officially, unfortunately.
And then PJ Equine has once again ascended to PayPig. She has said, you know what? Not on my
I
watch,
fuck with
cunts.
that. Thank you,
I'm a
PJ.
beyond-
Respect to you.
Yes.
Oh, we really do appreciate you here on Lolcow Crypt. Welcome to the
She gets
the
a song.
PayPig Pantheon.
My
go ahead.
name is PJ, and I like to play with all the romantic people who like rom-coms. That's all I got.
That was beautiful.
Thanks, baby.
This comment here comes from the Wizard of Ego. Ridiculous amount of fun. I've never seen Jaffe so happy. That was on the bunny stream.
Well, it was high.
No, but we were having a great time. Hey, we've had a lot of great times on this show when you weren't high. Okay, that's
I'm always high, baby.
you're always high on life. You're
No,
always.
I'm not.
you're
No, I like doing shows. That's what I say all the time. I love doing streams. Streams are the most fun I have. They're
Did we spin the
delightful.
last wheel? I think we're like one movie down, but that's more for Thursday and Friday, so I'm not going to push it. But I mean, you can if you want to suggest them. But I don't think I'll be spinning until the weekend. But that, we'll still spin with the 12, whatever. Right, next one. I love you, Gerald from Blunderphonics. I'm sure he loves you too. Gerald's a great guy. One day he's going to do a weekend stream with me. It'll be wonderful. The TTS interrupting the song more than once was cursed. Jaffe was on a roll. This was when you were singing your hit, I'm Dill Dandin. I thought the breakup was really funny, actually, when he had to pause and then jump back in. I thought that was funny. I thought it made it actually even funnier. But he was on a roll. You were on a damn roll.
Yeah.
You should watch it back because you were on that much of a roll. You sang it good. All right.
Okay.
It was beautiful. Thank you. That was Lolcow Queen is the name, which makes me quiver. Because, Lolcow Queens are our mortal enemies, right now at least.
Really are.
This
Fuck 'em.
comes... Wait, that's from me. That's from me. Remember, Crypt, you either die a hero or live long enough to become a Jimmy. Spelling is for the clanker. That's
Jimmy
from-
is the what was Jimmy? Jimmy was the guy who was the homosexual.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
No,
Jimmy. Yeah,
no.
Jimmy was the homosexual gay. You see,
No.
Jimmy is a homosexual. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
What else have we got? Anything good? Again, the thumbnail was a lie. Not a single star was to be seen. Fun episode though. Thank you, Plunderphonics. We appreciate that.
Yeah, we can talk Star Wars. I mean, people, what do you want to talk
I
about?
love talking Star Wars. I recently read that George Lucas was doing I think it was meant to be a TV show, and it was going to be like the rise of Palpatine, but from like a Hitler-esque view.
I
But it
saw
was
that.
cancelled.
Well,
Isn't that interesting?
my understanding is when they sold to Disney, they killed a lot of the projects that were in production. It wasn't like Disney was making it. Because he also had a show called like Star Wars Underworld that was going to be about crime in the Star Wars
I would
universe.
love that, like all the syndicates
Yeah.
and stuff. Well, they kind
Yeah,
of made that
yeah.
into that game that they made. I forget what the
Outlaws?
game's
Yeah.
called.
Star Wars Outlaws.
That's right.
Yeah, which I liked a lot.
I
liked
thought it
a
was
lot.
very good, actually. I just thought again, it felt like it didn't quite hit the mark, but it did.
Right.
It did, but it didn't. There was something that I didn't like about it, and I think it was the fact that like I wanted to feel more free. You know what I mean? I wanted to be more open and more free and more sandboxy.
Yeah, I mean, I totally get your point. I loved the open world of it, even though you were, there was a little nonlinearity, but not a whole ton. But I just loved. It was the only time I've ever played a Star Wars game where I got to actually play in that universe and ride around on a speeder in Tatooine and shit. I just thought that was
I love that. Well, I love the whole universe George Lucas has built, perhaps more than some of like the original films, like New Hope. I just love the lore, the universe, like the underworld. Like it's so well constructed and put together and thought out. Yeah, it's beautiful, and I think Disney has done a good job a lot of the times with the new series, with the many new series they come out with. Like Mandalorian is great. It really does feel like a story within the universe. I love that feeling, and Andor felt that way too. It's just like there's a guy.
I need to watch Andor. Maybe that should be our goal. We should just watch an episode a night. Because there's only 2 seasons, right?
We can set a goal if you want. Yeah, I think there's 2 seasons.
Well, I don't know if we have the Star Wars fans for it. I mean, not everybody loves the Star Wars, I played a game, by the way, speaking of games, because yes, if you have PlayStation Network Premium, I think you get Star Wars Outlaws this month to play for free. But I played a bunch of horror demos this weekend, and I played one called like Sanctus something, but you play a preacher or a priest that gets called to a farmhouse where there's this woman who has been possessed. And a big part of the game is you use the microphone to speak Latin to sort of try to pull the demon out of her. Now, I changed it to English because I didn't want to memorize Latin, but you're running around going like the power of Christ compels you and be gone foul spirit. And she
I like games like that where you have to use your voice as part. I think it's very clever, and I hope we see a lot more of that in new horror games moving forward. I would love to see it, like, let's say, like, the people coming at you, like, if you say certain things, they might react in a certain way, or, it could be 1,000 different things. Or you're walking down a hallway, you say something, and then because you're scared and it hears how scared you are, and it's like something happens to make your day worse. Like, it could be really clever how they do it.
It will. It is coming, and it's getting there slowly. This game also has a dog in it that is trained, so you can say like sit, search, play dead, find me. And then this weekend, PUBG launched a AI duo game where you play that game with an AI, and you're able to talk to it. So I think we're certainly getting to a point where sooner than later we're going to have characters that, because we have these conversations with them, like Gerald, and then they die. Because you didn't save them, you might actually get some neat emotional senses in a video game you haven't had before.
Yeah, you'd be
so I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
That would be hard for some people, have a connection with a character, and then he dies, and then maybe when they respawn, it's a different character. That'd be so sad. That would make it so emotional. This one comes from Tarapar236. Says, "Oh my god, the transition from leaves blowing to getting hit by the car was hilarious." Okay, those videos were just that one video was hilarious the whole way through. It was like, watch out.
It was a compilation of, like, I guess, people getting hurt in public service announcements.
Yeah.
And it was batshit,
The
man.
explosion
It
was
was
amazing.
absolutely, yeah.
The car
Oh yeah.
going into
Oh,
the
the
car.
car. Yeah, yeah. What the fuck? Infinite Princess, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, "You're perfect, Jaffe. My issues were mostly tech." Well, we
Yeah.
got that guy. We got that guy out of here.
And
He
actually-
streamed for 24 hours this weekend. I'm
He
impressed.
did.
Go ahead.
And actually, this comment here is our last one that we'll show today because I want you guys to post really interesting comments so we can have a great conversation here. And I will choose the best ones, the most interesting ones to show here, and we'll talk about them. This one comes from Whoopie Womp, which is very on topic to what Jaffe just said. How is this running so smoothly? It makes me suspicious. You need a 20-minute argument with tech fast.
I think really with that whole thing is, I mean, Tech sold himself to me as a guy who wanted to just come on board and work with me and be into the analytics and the back end and I was like, okay. And I don't have a problem with this, but it became clear that he really enjoyed being in front of the camera. And I think it was just that by the time we were doing stuff like that together, I was still looking at him like the way he had pitched himself to me as kind of a behind the scenes producer guy.
Right.
And he was just like, "No, I'm running the show." And I'm like, "Wait, what? I don't need you to run my show." But, I mean, maybe I do because, nobody watches our shit. But that said,
he's not very much like that anymore, though,
Well, I think because he's finally, found peace. He's come into his own. He really likes being in front of the camera, and I think that's great. I think it's wonderful. He came to me yesterday after he woke up because he had been sleeping for, after his 24-hour stream, and I don't know what I was doing. I was doing something. I was playing a game or prepping for a stream, and I said, "Well, what are you doing today?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm going to go to a meeting for this LCU show." I said, "Dude, just take one day off. Just not even every week. You just streamed on that fucking network for 24 hours. Take one day off and just go to a movie, go to a bookstore, play some video games." He's like, "Yeah, nah."
Yeah,
like, okay.
Nah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. No, I think he's fallen very much in love with being on a stream and running the show and, being the main voice on the show. I think he loves that. I think he loves that more than anything.
And that's a wonderful thing to discover that's your thing. I mean, that's to discover your passion or one of your passions before you're 30 is not a bad thing. Some people never discover what they really want to do,
Well, he's got
so
to
I
be
like
pretty
that.
damn good at it to be given so many shows and all that. I know he's only on a bus now, but, at one point he had 3 of the motherfuckers.
He did. He probably would still have them if he hadn't pissed off so many people.
Everyone's pissed off at Tech. Now, I think there's less people that watch us that are pissed off at him and more the whole rest of the universe. I'm sure there's a lot of people in this chat, too, that don't fuck with him, but, he's like Marmite. You love him or you hate him.
Until we get a better time slot, we should just make our show about hate watching Queens.
We should start.
Let's just turn it on and watch it and just go, idiots, fucking morons, fucking idiots.
We'd get in so much fucking trouble for that, but it would be so good.
Who gives a shit? Trouble, baby. I'm 55 years old. I can't get in trouble.
Actually,
how'd you get in trouble, baby? What'd you do?
Well, everyone was trolling in the main chat, and they were saying this person for moderator, this person for moderator. I said at Josh for community manager. Next thing you know, my community manager role is taken. I'm still in the group chat, which is fine, that's great. But I don't have my role anymore, so I can't do any magical stuff or help with the tickets or do anything. And people have been asking about that in the chat as we've been going. But yeah, my role was taken.
Can I just do a
Can you
little?
believe that shit?
Well, I can, but can I just do a little brainwash deprogramming on some people? Now, our audience, as we've always said, smartest audience in the LCU. So most of them probably are not going to have this problem. And I get it. Like mods on like my small stuff that I do, I don't pay them. I always try to do the free membership things for them and all that, but I just don't make enough money there to do that. But over here, all of these people not just the mods, that's different, but these community manager people and stuff, they take it so serious.
Not me.
And it's so fucking weird to me. I'm like, you're not getting paid. You can't put it on a resume. What do you shut up? They act like I'm a community manager. It's like, okay, big fucking deal, bitch. What do I care?
Okay, I agree with you on a lot of those, but with me, it's not like that. All right, with me.
Oh, I didn't. I wasn't. I was
talking. You're fucking disrespecting me, Jaffe. You're saying it as an overall general statement.
No, I'm saying it because you. Well, no, because you said that you said at Josh for community manager, but you were a community manager, right?
And then it got removed.
Right. Well, that made me think you didn't care. Right.
No,
that's what I'm saying. You don't take it that serious.
No, I do. Okay. Here's the thing. I'm not one of the people that will be like, oh yeah, follow my orders. I'm not the hall monitor type. I was originally a moderator in the LCU way back in 2024 December. I've been a mod for or CM/mod for like 565 days, and I just help everyone with anything. Like, oh, I've got sound issues. Oh, I need this set up on my stream. I just help people. That's all I do.
That's just a nice mod. That's different.
Yeah, but I I do the support tickets. I help everyone out. People message me. I'm constantly helping people, and in sensitive situations, I was always the best person to go to because I believe in anonymity for the people so they don't get targeted. Because this is a community where you will get targeted if your name is out there and you snitched on this person or you cried about being bullied or anything. I've always been the most delicate with that, so I think people respect. I don't go around going, shut down your show, you fucking suck. Maybe I should, but I just want everyone to have a good experience, and I will help people out because I have the ability to, if I've got the time. But I never took it to a serious point where it's like I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm a CM, follow my authority, like Cartman.
Yeah, I mean, again, some people act like they've got like a bona fide paycheck coming every 2 weeks or something. I'm just like, dude, what are you doing?
Me, it's just fun. For me, it's just fun.
Well, that's different. That's totally different. I get that, Joshua. I appreciate that take. I do. Now, we have some breaking news. It's not even breaking. It's just sad.
Oh.
Olivia Rodrigo?
Oh, I'm actually a huge fan. What happened?
I like her too. I started watching her because me and my son were watching the High School Musical, the series or whatever.
It wasn't bad.
Which was good.
That wasn't bad.
It was,
and she's very talented. Like her raw vocals, like she's very talented.
Oh, she was great in that. Then suddenly, the next thing I know, she is this big pop star.
Yeah.
And her new album, which I think is called "You're Pretty Sad for a Girl in Love," opened at #1 this week. So she's doing well.
Oh, she's always doing well when she drops an album. Yeah. I've got them all on vinyl.
Oh, you do? Okay, wow.
They're right behind me on there, but you can't really see them. But they're they're on top of the books, like facing me. But
okay, all right. I didn't know you had a vagina, but that's cool. So listen,
wow. Yeah, I'm just a fan. I think she's very talented.
I know.
Right,
I do too. I love Taylor Swift.
Show you who a man is. I'm gonna fucking virtually fight you, motherfucker.
Go ahead, you common whore.
You common whore.
But what I will say, no, I love her. I love Taylor Swift. But I will say, I feel for Miss. Oh, I don't. I feel for Miss Olivia Rodrigo though, because she struggles a lot, and this is one of her. She was talking about being at concerts, and she was talking about the fact that a lot of people will want to get first in line, like if it's general admission for Times Square New Year's Eve, and so they will put on diapers, so they can they will wear diapers so they can see her and wait and not have to lose their place in line.
Fuck off.
And here's what she says about it. Are you ready?
She's going to be mortified, no? Or she'll be like, oh, fuck yeah, rock on.
I have been to certain concerts and certain festivals where people wear diapers so that they can be front row of the show. And that's been an experience as a performer that I've smelled and experienced. That is
insane behavior.
Can you imagine being smells like fecal paste reeking from people's diapers that has been in sweat and piss?
I think very much like smelling salts. It's a good thing. Wakes you up, gets you ready to move. You want to move away from it in a hurry. It's like a smelling salt, but it's shit. I think that could work.
I don't
No,
know,
that's
man,
no,
because
it's very disgusting. Very
you got to
foul.
take you got to take deep breaths when you're singing, right? You got to
Yeah, of course you
sneak
do.
those
Your
breaths
diaphragm.
in,
You got to expand your
right?
diaphragm.
And
Get the
so
magic out.
you're like, I can't. I was gonna cross stage right, and when I'm walking on
smells
this
like
beat,
shit.
I'm gonna take my big breath, but fuck. I got to
I'm
take a
breathing in
big gulp
shit.
of shit air. You know,
Yeah, nobody wants that, Jaffe.
Way
Nobody wants
two
that.
says I'm going to eat a lot of burritos before I go to a concert. I mean, at this point now, she's really opened herself up to this. The next time this happens, everybody's just going to go shit in a diaper and be in the front row.
Who would do
I
that,
would
though?
do it.
All right, is there anyone
I
in this
would
chat?
do it just for fun,
No,
just
no,
because
you
it's
wouldn't.
like a.
No,
It's
you
like
wouldn't.
the flash mobs and stuff. It's one of those
But
things.
it's a shit mob. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I like that. Is there anyone in the chat who would wear a diaper to go see your favorite? Let's say if you're a Harry Styles simp or something like that, and you just want to see him so bad, and it's a front row. If you do wait, are you really gonna wear a diaper just so you don't lose your spot to be first right at the front of the crowd? Is anyone in the chat willing to do that? Now let me know. Drop a 1 in the chat. I need to single you out because I just think that's beautiful. That's very caring, and I just feel like you must have a lot of love for the person that you support. How sweet.
I'm trying to think if there's anybody I like. I don't think there's anyone at this point that I would need to see that badly, right? I mean,
No.
if somebody said, okay, if you, I mean, yeah, who would you do that?
Let me tell you, there's a lot of people that I wanted to see before they die. Like, I wish I got to see Tony Bennett, but he's fucked now. He's got Alzheimer's out the arse. I'm not sure. Did he pass recently? I think he may have. I can't remember.
He might have died. Yeah,
very recently. I would have loved to have seen Frank Sinatra, but I think he died the year I was born. But you know, there's people that I would love to, like Elton John. I would have loved to have seen him, like not the Dill Danding type, but the good type. You know what I mean? These are people that I would die to see. Like, but would I shit in a diaper for them? Perhaps not. Perhaps not.
Yeah. I think I've seen. I think I've seen every. Like, I mean, would I like to see Queen with Freddie Mercury? Sure, but you know, I don't know. I like concerts, but. I don't know. I'm not I don't know. Maybe I just don't have that gene where it's like, you know, I've seen my favorite bands before, sometimes multiple times, but I don't kind of feel like, oh my God, I can't believe I missed that. I can just watch it like on TV and shit, but I don't know. I know it's not the same. Alice says she would have shit in a diaper for Michael Jackson. The only Michael Jackson concert I saw was the Victory Tour with the Jackson 5. After Thriller, but before Bad, and it was not good. It was not good. It was really dull, and it was the Jacksons. Nobody wants to watch the fucking Jacksons anymore. They want to see Michael Jackson.
Oh, the Jackson. Yeah, obviously the newer Jacksons where he wasn't part of it.
No. He was. It was the Jackson 5. It was the classic lineup.
Yeah, they continue. Oh, no, because it became the Jacksons, right, in the future. And
I don't know, but he did an album with the Jackson 5. And that was the album they toured after Thriller.
Yeah.
And he was on the tour. And so we went and saw it. And it was terrible. You know, it was just dumb. And everybody's just like, just fucking play Thriller,
is this
dude.
the Victory Tour, the one that he quit on in the end?
That's right.
Because it was the very last performance at the Dodger Stadium, I think. He that's when he quit.
Okay.
He quit the Jackson 5. He said, this will be our last tour together. And the very last one he did.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, yeah, it was not good.
Why was it bad?
At all? I think it was probably, I mean, you know, I was like 14, 13, 12, whatever. I think it was because at that time you want to see Michael Jackson, you know, you want to see him play Michael Jackson shit, right? So you want to hear Billie Jean and PYT and Thriller and all that shit.
Yeah.
You don't want to hear, hey, here's a cut from our new albums where Michael gets one verse and then Tito and Jermaine get a verse. It's like, who gives a fuck about Tito and Jermaine?
I never liked
Go
them,
fuck
by the
yourself.
way.
No one did.
I think there's only one Jackson who didn't do a musical career. I mean, they all did in some form. But, like, I don't think Tito and Jermaine were really that good. I'm not even sure how they even had any solo stuff. Jermaine, I think Jermaine was one of the most successful males, though, was he not? Or was Tito more successful?
He was. No, it was Jermaine. But now Janet, I saw her in concert a couple times, and she was great. Her music was great. I was a big fan of her. But
Yeah, I think she's
anyway,
better
the
than
point
Janae.
is, I can't think of anybody who I would, really. I mean, maybe if somebody said you can go back in time
Oh, back in time.
and you can watch one of the sort of Chesterfield Cigarettes live shows with like Bing Crosby, Louis Armstrong, Peggy Lee.
Oh,
And then I would be like,
fuck.
okay, I would wear 20 diapers and shit. I'd sit there for a
Oh,
year.
I wouldn't wear
to
a
be
diaper.
front row
I'd
of
go
that.
naked and shit on the floor
Yeah,
at that point.
I
Like
would-
I'd be.
yeah.
Oh, you're selling it to me, Jaffe. I would love to go to that.
I'm surprised that you know who that is,
Oh,
frankly.
I love a lot of 50s swing music, like the harp tones, and Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, and I like Aretha. I like everyone. I really got into 50s music at a stage, like Bobby Darin, Tony Bennett, and
Right. Now,
I love
this is a little more, this is like
It's a little
40s
further
and
on.
late 30s.
little
But
further back.
yeah, it
Louis
is.
Armstrong,
Maybe he
of
was
course.
reincarnated, though. Maybe you were, there's a word for it. I don't know what it is, where it's nostalgia for a time you never lived in. I totally feel that way about the 30s and 40s.
Yeah.
I can't imagine it was a great time for a lot of reasons, for certainly a lot of people, but the music, the culture, the fashion, the movies, the books, something resonates with me about that time period, or at least my
Sam
perception of
Cooke.
what that
I
time
love Sam
period
Cooke.
was. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
But what's amazing is I saw a documentary on Bing Crosby, and it talked about how at one point he had the number one radio show, the number one TV show, the number one movie, and the number one tour in the country.
Yeah.
And he was the biggest star on earth. And now 95% of people have no idea who the fuck Bing Crosby is. Isn't that amazing that no matter, I mean, no one remembers. So shut the fuck up about your legacy. People are like, Jaffe, you're doing YouTube. You're going to fuck up your legacy. I'm like, first off, my legacy has always been, I do exactly what I want to do.
True.
I've been grateful and lucky that way. The second part is, who gives a shit? No one's going to remember anything. Don't worry about it. Don't fucking worry about it. Some people are idiots. What do you hate about people, Josh? Let's talk about
What
that.
do
Some
I hate
people are
about
fucking
people?
idiots.
Oh, do you know what
Yeah.
I hate? I hate when people walk really slow. That really pisses me off. You know, when you're out in public, or when they walk like three abreast, like, and you can't get past them, and they're in the way, and they go so slow. Everyone's like a slug. I hate slow walkers. I really do. I think everyone needs to speed the fuck up.
Even if they're old and disabled, fuck them.
Absolutely. No.
Yeah.
No, it's just more like, if you're not old and decrepit, get fucking moving. But I feel like it depends where you are. But I mean, like, more like walking on the sidewalk, not like gently going through the park. Sure, people can do that. Like, if it's like a nice experience, nice background, nice scenic atmosphere, whatever, sure, go slow, take it all in. But everywhere else, speed the fuck up. That really pisses me off.
I can see that.
Also,
I can
why
absolutely
is everyone so disloyal, Jaffe? Why is everyone so disloyal in this world? Why can't everyone
Okay,
be
I can
loyal?
be specific. Be specific.
Well, for me,
What sort of disloyalty have you encountered that has bred that theory or that feeling?
I feel like a lot of friends, end up being very snaky to you, or in some past relationships I've had, betrayal, utter betrayal, and it's just like, for me, I'm way too loyal for that. I can't cope with that. For me, I lose my shit. I'm like, wow, I'm like the most loyal human on the planet.
I
Swear to
think
God.
there is, I believe you, but I think there is a balance there, right? I think, so I think, yes, there are people who are fundamentally sociopathic assholes.
Yeah.
They exist, they suck, they're awful. They're not necessarily actual sociopaths, but they feel like it. But then I think there are people who are not thinking about it the way you think about it, and they're just trying to get by. They're just trying to survive the dog eat dog, unregulated in-stage capitalism shithole that we currently live in. And ultimately that causes them to make choices. I had a producer who I adored. She's one of my favorite people on the planet, and she's one of my favorite people again. But we had a falling out in the game industry. And I remember going to dinner with her the first time after like 5 years we hadn't spoken. And I said to her, it felt like it was a it wasn't, but it felt like it had been a romantic relationship where I said to her, and it sounds cheeseball, I said, but, it broke my heart, because I thought she was one of my ride and dies. And it's not that I didn't understand why she chose what she chose, but it was still so terribly hurtful. And so I think in those cases, though, I was still able to see her take on it, right? Which is she was just trying to provide and make the right decisions that made sense to her for her family, for her children, for her future. And sometimes it's just nothing more than that, and it hurts. But so I don't know. I mean, it sounds though like you are loyal maybe to a possible fault to the point that maybe it gets you. Yeah.
I'm so loyal to a fault. Well, but at the same time, while I'm loyal, I'm not the kind of person, because I like people expect this from friends, right? People expect their friends to back them up or fight for them or do any of that shit, right? Or be like part of their battles, part of their sorting out their inconveniences and stuff like that. I don't believe in that. Because for me, I don't need anyone's help. If people are fighting me, if I'm in my own situation that I've got myself in, if I'm in any kind of distress in terms of like somebody's coming at me, I don't need people to back me up. I never need anyone to be like, oh, but like, I feel like some people expect from you that you have to back them up because you're their friend. But I'm not getting involved in a fight that's nothing to do with me. Now, with my loved ones that are very close to me, it's very different, right? Like, say, I love my partner very much, and if anyone crossed her, I'd absolutely whip their ass, right?
I don't think you actually love her though, because she donated $2 to the show, and you said nothing.
Yeah,
nothing.
I saw it, and I definitely ignored it. You're damn right.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know. Yeah.
You're damn right. I ignored it on purpose.
But but when I say, I hear you. But when you say you're loyal to a fault, sometimes that can be almost a defense mechanism, right? Like you are so willing to, like, you're so desperate to be accepted and liked and embraced that you do things like that you show up for people that most people are like, I have boundaries. That's a bridge too far. And then you get angry because people aren't showing up for you like that. And I think sometimes it's an accurate response. And maybe in all your cases, I don't know you that well, it's an accurate response. But I do know some people where they got upset. But then when you really break it down, it's because their loyalty or their nobility is more of a shield than an actual genuine response to the way they see the world. And
I would say I'm not like that. I'm very chilled. I'm very relaxed. Like when people are stressed out and fighting and arguing and screaming in disasters, whatever, like in there's something crazy going on, I'm always very calm. I'm always, this is how we fix it. I'm always, let's slow down. Let's sort this out. I'm very much chill in situations like that. For me, it's not about the rush and the, oh God, and freaking out. Like, I'm very level-headed. I'm very calm. I think about things carefully, I'm not really like an overreactor or anything like that. Like, I'm very accepting of things. Because what I've just from talking to like female friends and stuff like that, it seems to me that like so many guys are so possessive and so jealous, but I'm not really like that. I don't really take like, I'm happy for my partner to have male friends and talk to them and do whatever and go out and go out for dinner with her friends. That includes males. I'm very happy with that.
Because what are you going to do? That's the thing I never understood about jealous guys or jealous women. It's like,
I don't get it either.
She either wants to be with you or she doesn't. And if she goes out and she has affection from other males and she's not cheating on you, what do you care? Like, she's with you because she wants to be with you. And when she doesn't want to be with you, she won't be with you. That you can't manipulate it. You can't force it to be something it's not. The only thing you can do is send it in the wrong direction, because your jealousy will push people away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think jealousy does push people away.
You're reading the chat, and that's fine.
As well, but no, listen, motherfucker, I can do both. All right, I just glanced because there was like spamming, and I don't know what the fuck's going on. But
Well,
no,
I guess One
I
Buff
completely
Weeb
agree.
is here, and One Buff Weeb has been a member for a month. Thank you, buddy. Is
Thank
he
you, Buff
back?
Weeb.
Are we allowed to say
I don't
Buff
know.
Weeb
Probably
again?
not.
Or
Probably not.
I think I saw him on a show
He
recently.
was on a
I don't
show.
know.
That was a favor. Yeah, I guess he's still Voldemort though. But
Yeah,
you know,
I like One Buff Weeb.
I mean,
Text in the chat.
I
Tech,
don't
are we
personally
allowed
ban
to say
them
One
from the
Buff
YouTube
Weeb?
chats unless they're like becoming a problem. So I mean,
No, but people are like, don't mention their name. Don't mention their name. And I'm like, okay, I guess I won't. But then somebody said that One Buff was on a show recently. I think I
Right.
saw him on a show.
yeah. Well, I mean, you can comment on that. I just feel like I think the rule is more like, okay, don't bring it up if you don't have to. Like, you know, if it doesn't make sense, or you're randomly bringing them up for no reason, or like, I think it's more like that.
yeah.
But I mean, you should try and avoid it at all costs. But just
Unless
for
he's
safety,
back.
you know?
Unless he is back.
I don't
right?
think he'd rejoin the network if that's what you're saying.
Oh, okay. I got you.
No, I don't think we're there yet.
Um,
But I do agree with you on that point. I
I-
did listen to you, by the way. I think jealousy can
I
be
know.
like that.
yeah. I was jealous that you weren't listening to me.
You were jealous, so don't.
Yeah, I was
don't,
jealous of the
Don't have an
chat.
outrage because you're jealous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I listen. You have to understand. I'm growing and I'm evolving. This is what happened to me this week, and I chose not to send this tweet.
Oh.
So yeah,
Oh.
and I haven't. Well,
Was
I'll
it
show
one
it
of
to
your
you.
many nemesis?
Well, it would have been a new nemesis. So somebody was talking about Juneteenth, and this guy John Elder's like, that's a made up holiday. And he's a preacher, and somebody writes back to him and says, well, every holiday is a made up holiday. And then he writes back and he says,
shit.
Easter isn't made up. And I'm thinking, well, I'm going to fucking lay into this guy because Easter's totally made up. It's based on a fucking character who's totally made up, doing something that's totally made up, which is coming back to life. But then I said, you know what? What's the point? It's not like I'm going to change this religious pastor into going, you know what? Jaffe's right. Jesus isn't real. I've wasted my whole life. So I'm evolving, I guess is my point. I'm evolving, and that makes me happy. One Buff Weeb drops a 10 spot,
Yeah.
says grass. Buff, baby, I don't know why you're throwing your money away. We appreciate it, but I don't know what the fuck you mean. I don't know what the fuck you mean.
I forgot to start RTCS, but it's on now. You know, our
Thank you,
automated
One Buff.
thing. It was but it's on now. Thank you.
Yeah, there
Buff.
you go. Tech then comes in and says grass with a 1 month cash cow. Thank you, Tech. Tech, maybe you can explain to us, is Buff Weeb back in the network or not? I don't know.
No.
But okay, then why? I don't understand. Red Sheets.
Calm
Jaffe
down.
gets rage baited by 2 bots on Twitter. I don't get rage baited, baby. What are you talking about?
Of course you don't.
I'm not rage baiting.
Of course
I'm
you don't.
I'm not raging. Oh, you mean these guys on Twitter? Yeah, that's probably true. Sorry. Probably right. You're probably right. Can't help you.
Well,
Anyway,
you know, it's good to hold back sometimes. You know, don't always get triggered. You know.
I do. I know. You know that guy who died, Oliver Tree? A
Yes,
lot of
Oliver
young
Tree,
kids. So what do you know about this where it says Oliver Tree made a full-length Antarctica video screened 2 weeks before the crash, not publicly released. He spent time in Antarctica investigating the UAP and alien bases there.
No
A recording
shot.
of the screening was just posted. And I can show you. Yeah, look at the. And again, I don't know who this is. There was another YouTuber who died, or a musician who died, or something like that. Tiffany, shut up. Tiffany says, I'm out. I don't go for people saying God is fake. No, God is fake, in my opinion. She says, keep your opinions to
what?
yourself.
I feel like, as I am willing to accept people's religion and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
I feel like they should be willing to accept to hear opinions they don't like too. Because I don't necessarily love religion. I don't love Islam. I don't love Christianity. But I respect people around me that do. All right, to a point where, like, you know, you're pretty bit different, Jaffe, and I'll let you speak on that in a minute. But for me, how it is for me is like when I was 16 and I was in the US in Florida. I dated a girl, and her family was very religious. And, you know, I join hands in grace. I do all, like, the respectful things, you know, celebrate Easter in the way that they do, you know, and stuff like that. But, you know, so I respect all that. I would say grace and stuff. But that's as far as I would go. I would never insult their religion, but I don't believe in any of it, and I think it is just a way to make people feel good, and that's fine.
That is a better way to get along
Yeah.
in the world. But you know,
You hate them all.
on a show
Yeah.
like this, I don't really care if Tiffany Honecker
Oh, neither do I.
enjoys her relationship with her version of God or whatever. I don't give a shit. But on a show like this, where we talk about these kinds of things, you damn right I'm going to bring up the fact that religion seems pretty fucking stupid at best and dangerous at worst. And
Causes a lot of problems, I'll say that.
it does now. It
some
was
say
necessary
money-
for a while.
Some say
but
money is the root of all evil. I think religion is the root of all evil.
yeah. Well,
Actually. But probably both. Religion and money.
I think religion used to be necessary, and there are still aspects of it that are necessary, but there's just no fucking evidence, and it's a ridiculous story. All of them, not just the Christianity story, and it's just it probably has done more harm than good, and so I'm kind of it's also just stupid. You can say you respect people, goddamn it, Joshua,
Well, I
and I
do,
respect
but,
them.
not
I
the
respect them
extremists and stuff
too
like that.
as people, as humans.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying, though. I respect them as humans. So, like, I'll do what they want if I'm in their house, sort of thing. But ever outside their house, I ain't doing shit.
If you pin them down and say, do you genuinely believe in God? Right?
Mm-hmm.
And their answer is, or if you say, does God exist? If their answer is anything but I don't know, then you are dealing, sorry to say it, kids, you're dealing with a less intelligent life form.
Well, Jaffe, let me tell you, this country, the UK, specifically England, we're not very religious. When I grew up in school with 300 people in the school, nobody fucking believed anything. All right, I feel like religion and Christianity as a whole is very much dying in the UK, and in fact, it's more the the Middle Eastern religions that are much bigger, because we have a lot of immigrants over here, and that religion kind of grows, whereas Christianity is definitely diminishing 100%, especially in the UK. I don't know anybody religious. I could barely know any of them my whole life. I don't know. I went to a religious school though in primary school, like I guess you call it elementary school. I went to a Church of England school, and we went to church services and stuff like that, and there was a few people around me that were religious, but other than that, that's about it.
We certainly, Josh, have more of it over here than
you have a
it
lot
sounds
more,
like you
yeah.
do
I think
there.
you have a lot more religion
but
over
that's
there.
because you sent the Puritans over here. We got stuck with the fanatics.
I've seen the stats on that. Like
but I mean, we're more, but it is still declining. All religions, not just Christianity, and I think that is. Well, it is in terms of there was a spike in a demographic, like young men. The last 4 years suddenly went to church more. Right.
Yeah.
So there are these little pops, but on the whole, it's all kind of, starting to decline, which I think is very good. Jeff, and here's the problem, by the way. This is the problem with people who are religious. The end user says, Jaffe is 100% wrong here. Cool. Tell me why. But he won't be able to. And that's the problem.
Why not?
Because this guy's speaking from a place of emotion. He's speaking from a place of, I want to believe, I need to believe. So much of my life is built on that structure. But instead of meeting me with the facts, you just put Jaffe's 100% wrong here, and you think you've contributed to the discourse, but you haven't. You've just shown again that, not too smart. How can you proclaim knowledge of millennia when you only lived a pity lifetime? Says Ricky. Important to stay open-minded instead of saying just no, that didn't exist. No, it didn't exist.
So you're going to hell, Jaffe, right? That's what they would say. Like,
sure.
You're a non-believer, you reject God, you're a non-believer.
Yeah. Well, I don't reject God. I'm not an atheist. I don't have any evidence to suggest there is a God or a creator, but maybe there is.
But here's the part I don't get, right?
No one knows, and there's
the part that I don't get, right, is they say you're going to go to hell, right? If you don't believe, if you don't give yourself to Jesus, if you don't do this, but like, surely if you die, and you go to the gates and you have your little meeting with God or whatever it's supposed to be.
Mhm.
Surely,
Your
if
little
you
me-
see
I'm
that
here
he's
for my
real
little
and you
meeting.
go, "Oh my God, you're real," I didn't like. I had
Yeah.
doubts because you created free will and you created doubts.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
now I
yeah,
believe
God would
because
love
I'm
me.
literally seeing it. Why does he not
Yeah.
immediately forgive you and love you and let you into
Right.
heaven? I just
No,
think
it's-
like
it's
it's crazy.
stupid. No, God. If God is real as described, he's a horrible creature. And I want,
yeah,
I don't want anything to do with the guy.
evilbible.com or whatever it's called. Yeah, I read it.
Yeah. I like this Ricky guy who says, but history disagrees with you. There is historians have proven it. No, they haven't. No, they haven't.
We will know the true name of God once we find the programmer's signature in code of simulation.
You
That is the
goddamn
perfect
right.
Voice for
Flight
that.
of the navigator for the wheel.
Did that work?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't see it pop up.
I didn't
It
see
might
the
have.
movie
I
pop
wasn't
up.
watching. I
I
wasn't
think
watching.
because the way it was
Um,
phrased, I'll add it if it wasn't. But thank you. Oh, thank you very much. No, I loved that TTS voice for that message. It was perfect. It was very
Yeah.
in character.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is a good movie, I
You pissed
agree.
them off even more, Jaffe. Go ahead while I add this.
Well, I'm
movie.
not trying to piss him off. I'm just trying to wake him up.
Oh no, it did
Spooky
add. It
says.
did add. Okay, good.
Spooky says, I like fairy tales, but I'm not going to be a prick about it and force my shit on others. Sure, I like fairy tales too. And I think there's a lot of wonderful, not all, a lot of it's horrible, but there's a lot of wonderful teaching in all religion.
That's
a lot of
true.
wonderful morality in all religion. But that doesn't mean I'm going to believe it. Okay. Ricky says it is documented that Jesus was real by Pilate.
They say that.
And many great historians. No one is debating whether there was a man
guy.
in that time that was called Jesus that may have actually been a either shyster or a prophet or a inspirational speaker.
Yeah, I think him being a real person
really
really says
Yeah.
anything. You know what I mean? I
And
don't
there
think
were
that
also, by
proves
the way, a
anything.
lot of people named Jesus at that time. So, but if you're talking Jesus of Nazareth, there's enough evidence that people say the guy probably existed as a human being who was an influential speaker in some degree. But that's all they know. That doesn't mean that the other stuff happened
He had
because there's
magical
zero
powers.
evidence of that. Yeah.
But
Come
I really
on.
do like the
Come
chocolate
on.
eggs on Easter. We get big
I
chocolate
do
eggs in the
too.
UK. They're great. And I love Christmas because everyone gets presents and it's very selfish. And I love the selfishness of Christmas.
I celebrate the holidays. I
holidays
listen
are
to
great.
holiday.
Yeah.
I listen to holiday music all the time, all year long.
People would say that's fucked up because you're a non-believer. It's not really
Everyone's
a Christian
not.
holiday anymore. I'm sorry, we kind of stole it. I feel like
No.
the non-atheists and agnostics have kind of stolen it away. I think Christmas is for everybody.
Well, we call it the holidays. I mean, we have a
Holidays.
Christmas tree. My Christmas tree is still up in the living room. I haven't taken it down because it's fake. And I'm like, well, it's a nice tree. We took the ornaments off, but but why take it down? It's cool. I don't know,
So
man.
you're
I don't
telling
like.
me
Yeah.
If you went to India and you went to a
Yeah.
Gurdwara, okay, which is the place
went
of
to a
worship.
what? Okay.
Yeah, it's a Gurdwara. It's the place that Sikhs assemble to like do their worship or whatever, right? But they
Gotcha.
also
Okay.
open their doors and they let anyone come in of any walk of life, of any religion, of any race, of anything, and they let you come in
Mm-hmm.
and you get free food and then you all eat together in a big hall, right? It's very nice,
Nice.
very polite, very sweet like that. You're telling me you
Yeah.
wouldn't go for the experience if you were traveling around India or anything
I
like that?
absolutely would. I'm not. I love
Golden
the
Temple.
I love the pageantry of religion, right? And
Beautiful,
I love the storytelling of religion, some of it. And I also love what I know it has done for people in their communities. And I hate the fact that as science has come along and really demolished a lot in a good way of faith, we haven't had anything to really replace it with in a meaningful way that provides us the security and community without having to also buy into a bunch of control mechanisms by the church or the temple or whatever and the bullshit. So I'm not opposed to aspects of religion at all, but come on. I mean, you gotta wake up. I mean, you just sound like a fucking moron if you actually believe this shit is real. I mean, open your fucking mind, just a sliver.
I wonder how
I'm
many
sorry.
people you're really upset that have clicked off
I
the
don't
video.
care. I don't care. There's
No,
a point where you have to, Mr. Snork, thank you for the super chat. Okay, but the real question is, do you like Cadbury cream eggs? I don't know if I've ever had one, truth be told. I know Cadbury has a theme park, an inside theme park in the UK that has like a river of supposed to be chocolate, but it's just brown water.
Cadbury is amazing, and I hate that Hershey's in the US, which is in I think it's based out of Philly or Pennsylvania somewhere. It's disgusting. You have butyric acid, I think, is in there, and it makes it taste like vomit. It's very much, I think it's actually similar to a chemical from vomit. So it does, for us, when we try it, because we didn't grow up with it, it tastes like sick.
We hate, most people hate it.
It's not well-made chocolate. I feel like American chocolate is fucking terrible. Some of it's all right. Some brands are okay, like Twix and Kit Kat. But UK chocolate is far more superior. I mean, European as well. It's just way better. I don't know what the fuck's gone wrong over there, but you would think it would be good in the US.
No, because it's all about profit here and unregulated profit, right? So we talked about the grandson of Reese's who called out Hershey's and saying, this is not, these don't taste the way they used to taste. And Hershey kind of had to walk back and go, okay, well, yeah, we made some changes and they're gonna release the original recipe of Reese's peanut butter cups again soon. But yeah, Hershey's chocolate can go fuck itself. It is I don't even know how they're still in business. It is disgusting. There is a movie coming out about the Hershey thing, and it looks very Americana, and who knows how real it is, but I can't remember who plays Hershey. It might be Hugh Jackman or someone like that, but it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Yeet, thank you for the super chat. Most people live an average life and don't harm others intentionally. That's essentially the biggest rule in the Bible, is to be good to each other. Sure. But I don't need the Bible to tell me that, but you're right. You're absolutely right.
You know, they try and make the argument that there's no morality without Christianity in the Ten Commandments, which I think is a crazy argument.
Dumb.
I feel like morality just comes from like what's right and what's wrong, and they say we get what's right and what's wrong from the Bible and from.
Okay, well, let the Chinese people know, who were also evolving at the same time. What, they just had no morality until the missionaries came to China? And more importantly, morality comes from evolution, most likely. Morality comes from the fact that the people who were assholes and jerks couldn't sustain relationships and find mates, and they died out. And the people who came together and said, we have to work together, we have to have the golden rule, those are the people that continue to make babies. That's where morality probably comes from. So
I agree.
Yeah.
Fuck them all. Yeah, I agree. Beautiful. Well, what's this thing you got up on Twitter?
Oh yeah. So this is I'm not gonna play you the whole thing, but this is this guy. Is this Oliver Tree right here? Is that who he is?
Yes, that's who he is. He's a singer.
Okay, so I
think he died at 30 or 29 or something. And
all right, so this is some of his. This is some of his video or his movie that wasn't released. I think he showed it to fans at a listening party to a new album, and then 2 weeks later he was dead. Now, he went to Antarctica. I think he's the guy that got kicked out. Him and the YouTuber, like, you guys can't be here or something, but. Here's some of the footage from it. And I haven't seen this yet, but...
The things I came here to research, which is the alien bases.
We saw UAPs.
UAPs, we've seen UFOs, we've seen a wider range of things. We've seen ones that were oblongato, very long, more like a missile. And we've seen ones that are more circular, the traditional, standard kind of boring, textbook stuff. We've seen a wide array of things. Those are rare.
I'm always watching.
But have you seen any coming out from underwater?
Oh yeah, they work their way down, they finally make a hole, and the way they go, that water drains down, and sometimes you see them shooting out the sides of these big chunks. I've been keeping my eyes pretty wide open, and I've been looking.
We saw it one time, it was absolutely stunning.
I'm on a rifle team with the military.
Me too.
I'm pretty good at ranging, just looking at things. And like I say, just look at the stuff you know, and the length of it, give you a good judgment.
If I was to bet, that little one looks like an entry port right there. The one on the right, that small one, that's probably for a smaller ship. Get a close-up of that. What I'd give to get a chance to go up in there. Are you fucking shitting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can count 5 different entry points to this alien base. This is the reason why I've stayed in Antarctica so long. Look at this fucking thing. I'm giving an interview about alien bases and one shows up right behind me. This is a daily thing here. This is something that has kept me in Antarctica because I want to know more. And without the proper military support, I can't go deeper into this because this is NATO territory. It's been closed off. But a guy can wonder and a guy can watch from a distance and document. We've got multiple cameras here so that we can try to get this footage and upload this to the internet where everyone can witness this for free. We don't have to hide this anymore. I'm so sick of the government hiding what's really going on here in Antarctica. This is what's going on. Alien bases that go underwater, where you have orbs, you have UFOs, you have UAPs, you have so many different types of vehicles, but this is what keeps me. And as much as I love it, I feel like maybe I've hit a threshold. Maybe at some point I can come back and work closer with more scientists. I can potentially work with the U.S. government if they will allow me to be a lead researcher so that we can figure out what's really going on here.
There's a disconnect. That's the problem.
It is concerning, yeah.
Yeah. He thinks the world is going like this. He's just so off base. So, yeah, we're going to bring him home.
Yeah.
We're going to get him some help.
I think a lot of people are scared and they come at it from a fear angle. But for me, I come from an open heart and open arms. And I welcome the aliens in, and that's why I've had so many interactions with UFO ships. That's why I've seen them time after time. Because I know I have an open mind to this, but an open heart. And I know the aliens can pick up on that. Of course, there's also the walls that surround it, the flat earth theory and all that. I'm not going to get into that, but yes, we did find the wall. This is the perimeter of Antarctica.
So
Okay.
and he was dead 2 weeks later. Now,
The
again,
government killed him.
here's what I'll say to the people who are like, Jaffe, how can you believe that, but you don't believe religion? I'm not saying I believe this. I'm saying at least here's something interesting that we can research. He could,
And it's physical.
yeah, and maybe it's bullshit. And the likely theory is it's bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's just a coincidence. He died 2 days after, or 2 weeks after this, right?
Yes.
I don't know, but I'm agnostic on it, just like I am with everything else. So, but it's kind of interesting.
Oh,
I don't think the
very
aliens
interesting.
killed him, Boobay. I think the government killed him.
Yeah, I had no idea he was into that kind of thing. But I guess he was very into it if he went and spent lots of time in Antarctica. Jesus.
Yeah, they're saying he didn't spend 300 days, but he was there for a couple of weeks, I guess. But
Yeah.
regardless, y'all should do a series, says Yeet, about the music artist that died under suspicious circumstances under the Atlantic label. I'll help. Well, wasn't Clive Davis the guy who just died today, who got Aretha Franklin, Springsteen, Whitney Houston? He just died today. I think he was Atlantic, right? But I'm not entirely sure if he was the Atlantic head. But yeah,
He was A&R executive.
Yeah, A&R guy.
Grammy, Rock and Hall of Fame. Columbia Records.
That's Columbia. That's
Arista
Sony. Okay.
Records. I can't find what his last one was. Doesn't really make it very
He
clear.
probably had his own. Yeah, but he was a one of the last kind of big dinosaurs.
Yeah, he was chief creative officer of Sony Music Entertainment from 2008 until his death. Okay, so he was Sony Music.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I love this big shiny spoon. The Jewish record labels. What Jewish record labels? Sony is owned by Japan. Warner Brothers is owned by Paramount, which is pretty much in the pocket of Saudi Arabia and Trump at this point, or at least they're about to be. Which record companies are owned by the Jews, sir?
Yeah,
I would love to know.
movies that are owned by the Jews.
Even the movies aren't. Sony is owned by Japan. Now they were started by the Jews, yes, back in the 30s, but yeah. Red Sheet says the Jewish state of Japan. Apparently, exactly.
The Jewish
exactly
state of Japan.
Like Hero Goldstein
Long
and
may
and Emiko Schwartz. Yeah, exactly. Come on, fucking. I mean, look again. Show me the proof. Show me the fucking proof.
Well,
I'm in a bad mood, I guess. I'm not really in a bad mood. I mean, I love talking about this stuff, but I hate the fact that people get offended by it. But you know what? Fuck them. I want to tell you something else.
I hate
fuck
that.
them.
I hate that.
Can
Just before you go on, one thing that really does bother me about people is like when they choose they don't like people based on an opinion. Like, I don't fuck with that. Like, say someone has an opinion that you don't like, and it could be about people in, like, let's use the universe for example. If I don't like someone or I have an issue with someone that people like, they now go, oh well, fuck you, you're the worst. You know what I mean? Like, if I have an opinion on something, like, here's an opinion that I have, right, about Kalo. I think everyone babies the fuck out of him. I think people pander to him because he's autistic and he needs that extra support. But and people do it to look good and be like, I'm the good guy. Look at me helping Kalo. And I feel like everyone does that and they treat him like a fucking baby. I came out with that opinion like months ago and everyone got so fucking mad at me, but it's true. I constantly see it. It's constant. Like, no one else gets the treatment that Kalo gets. He's very catered to.
Molly coddled.
Yeah, very much so, to a high degree. And people got mad at me.
I don't
on
even know.
Reapers for
I don't
saying
know.
that.
I don't know who he is, but it sounds like you do, and it sounds like that makes sense.
It's the reality.
Yeah, that sounds.
It's definitely the reality.
Yeah.
There are hosts that will be like, "Oh, Kalo, I'll help you out," just to be like, "Oh, I'm a good person. Look at me," you know.
But people are really mean to autistic people, and it's so crazy to me because, you know, they're just I don't know. We're just
Kalo. He's a good guy.
Oh, I don't know him. I'm just saying, but like in general, though, it's nice that, you know, it beats the alternative where people go back to being assholes to people who have autism.
Yeah, but a lot of it seems so fake to me, and that's the part I don't like. Like, if you're gonna, I like genuine. I like people when people are genuine. Like, if you genuinely like Kalo and you genuinely want to help him out, not just because he's like autistic and, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just clear to me, you know, when some people do it. Not all of them. Don't get me wrong.
Does he present as autistic? Like, if you were to bring up a clip.
Normal. I mean, yeah. You would find out very quickly.
Okay, so is he like Eric F. in that he's super autistic? Like,
no. He's very much. He can talk. He can have a conversation. You know, he might.
Well,
say
he's probably
something
very
crazy out of nowhere.
smart in a lot of other things.
He is. He's a good lad. He's, you know. I'm not saying that he's a bad dude or anything. I'm just saying that some people pander to him being autistic and him being, you know.
No, I know, but I'm saying that if he's not. I don't even know if the term is, because people told me this is no longer the term, but if he's not far on the spectrum, like maybe Eric F. is, then I'm surprised that the people don't look at him and go, well, yeah, he's autistic, but Jesus Christ, have you seen the kid do XYZ? He's a fucking genius. Not every autistic person's a genius, but they certainly are more dialed into a lot of things that neurotypical people are not. I don't know. I've never watched him. What's the show he's on?
He's on Lolcow Gold. He hosts it himself with Felony Melanie, who is a new host in the universe.
Okay. I'll give it a look at some point. Maybe. Probably not.
Probably not.
You know, because then when it sounds fun to say, but then I think about actually having to watch an LCU show, and I'm like, are you serious? Yeah.
I like Halo a lot, and I think Felony Melanie's cool. You know.
Yeah, I get it.
They do their thing.
I get it. How can somebody says, how do you not know this person? You work with him. I don't work with him.
No, you don't. Look,
I don't work
Jaffe's
with 99% of the people here.
Yeah, Jaffe's very much, you know, he's Crypt all the way, baby. I'm going to do my show. It's going to be a good show. We're going to have a great time. Rather than like, oh, what's going on with Boogie? What's going on with Glammy? What's going on? You know,
I'm aware. I talk to some of those people, but I really don't care. That's the God's
you'll jump up on a
truth.
show. I've seen you on Rebel in the very late hours, high off your tits, jumping into
I love being on people's show and talking and everything, but I don't care about their drama at all because I don't know what's real, and even if it's all real, what the fuck do I care? I got my own drama.
Alex in Wonderland for 2 says, so Josh, what's your thoughts on JC Johnson? JC Johnson is probably not fit to be here, but he is a cow though. And
can you tell me about him? Because some of us don't know who you're talking about.
JC Johnson is a guy who loves to death Mike and Tina from Lolcow Queens. He loves them to death. I think he's very much, I don't know what his condition is, but he's not mentally right? So he's just constantly squabbling with himself with these little arguments in his head that he just sort of comes up with, and he acts like everyone hates him, and he'll just get in a cage, and then like, let's say he's on a show, he has a great time. After the show, he's like, I'm gonna off myself. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Like, he's really mentally not stable. but Nature did have him on their show a few times, and it was like there's a goal that he was happy to do, by the way, was to get in a cage and like he would stream from the cage, inside the cage. I mean, he's very mentally unstable, and I wouldn't, work.
Here's my prediction, and this will be maybe the end of the. This will be the end of the movie or the start of the movie. There will be a documentary on LCU in X years because something bad's going to happen.
Yes,
and it'll be, and it'll be like they'll just take all these clips from all these shows. And again, I like being part of the LCU. I love doing this show, but I'm not gonna not tell people what I see. I look at it and I go, because you don't know what's real. Like even as a host, you don't know what's real, and you don't know what's performative, and so that's why I got confused when I first came here with the Tina period blood stuff, because I thought everybody was just doing crazy shit, and it was like clearly bullshit over the top. And when I asked the host, I said, "Hey, can you guys give me a list then of who's doing kayfabe and who's real?" And they're like, "Oh, we don't really have that. We don't know that." I'm like,
it's because
so some people
they do it
are
on a
really
show by show
up?
basis. They're like, okay, here's the show plan. This is what we're gonna do. You know what I mean? Like that's what they do in my experience or what I know of. But it's not really for me. I don't really like that kind of stuff personally.
Yeah. Red Sheets Metal says, I thought Jaffe was really lost at sea. Right.
No, he was.
Right.
He really was.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and I got sucked up by aliens.
Jaffe doesn't do acting as such like that. He wouldn't. It's very real. Yeah.
Foster says the Discord is totally going to end up on a true crime series. Oh yeah, this has true crime podcast written all over it. Are you kidding?
Are you kidding? Though. I think that would be good for the LCU. It'd be great.
Well, yeah, but someone's going to have to die in order for it to.
But, you can't really put the blame on the LCU. It's more the individual.
If you had to pick somebody to lose their Minecraft server, no, because that means you did it intentionally. If you had to pick somebody that would be the subject of a bad thing that happened that caused the documentary to exist, which host do you think would be the one that would have to go in order for that to happen, or to go nuts?
It would be Glammy Lammy.
Really? I don't think she's interesting enough as a topic.
She has had a wild ride. She's not interesting on face value. But if you look at all the crash outs she's had, which, by the way, is what people want to see her do. They want to see her crash out. They want to see her be stupid. They want to see her drunk. They want to see her crazy. They want to see her in all these situations, right? Because she is insane. When she's insane, she's insane. And she really... And it's authentic, though. It's real. She's actually that crazy. And she's actually that unintelligent. So she performs in that way, and she's at the point where her mind just fucking is mush. Like, and she'll just go on show after show and quit, and then get fired, and then quit, and then quit, and then go away and come back. And I think she really loves this place, but her husband doesn't want her here because it's bad for her mental health. But she's still here, and she came back, and now she's on the main show.
So think about this, right? So, well, yeah, Wizard of Ego says, I think it would be someone we least expect, someone under the radar.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Who would shock the fuck out of you if it was like Wonder Woman?
Oh, yeah, that would shock the fuck out of me.
Right? So what if they did like Fat Camp, right? Like I mean, again, this is not real YouTube algorithm. I'm not saying I want this to happen. I'm not saying this will happen. I'm not suggesting it.
Theoretically.
It's a theoretical concept for like a movie. But let's say the next Fat Camp, let's say it is Glammy, and she takes on like the personification of a slasher that she creates, like the Glammy the Gutter.
Yeah.
And she just goes nuts and offs like 20 people there. That's the true crime. That's the fucking true crime series. That's something. That's fucking something.
That would be insane. What if she actually lost the plot and it was like, right, don't come to school sort of vibes?
Yeah, or she's like, okay, 20 gifted, and I'll cut off Keemstar's arm, and he's just like already wounded. He's like, get away from me, you fucking crazy motherfucker!
And she's got a chainsaw. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, very interesting.
50 members and we'll spin the wheel to see who gets the arm sent to them in the mail. Yeah, I mean, shit
we
like
definitely
that,
should have set a goal. Guys, if you like the show, please drop us a small contribution from the bottom of your heart. We do appreciate you. While we do appreciate today's show, may have been a bit morbid at the start and may have made you a bit
I don't
sad.
know. I mean, I don't know.
Tomorrow, we're going to have a great time as we are today. We're having a lot of
Well,
great
did we
discussions.
not have a great time today? Didn't we enjoy the discussions today? Was it bad?
I personally enjoyed the discussion. Yeah, I've had a great time.
I mean, look, you got to talk about
something, but
oh well, no, yeah, we've made no money today. So excited, Brick Scraper.
Virtual world.
Thank you, Brick Scraper. We appreciate that very, very much.
New believers just rolled into camp.
Fucking
Totally far out, dude.
Thank you, buddy. Do not forget, by the way, tomorrow or Wednesday, we will be doing a movie night in the VC.
I will be up for it, by the way. I'll stay up.
Okay, at 8 p.m. California time, Pacific time. I'm not sure what it's going to be yet because it's going to be probably a new movie that has just been released to streaming, but I don't know what's coming out this week. So I'll let you guys know. But that's coming up. What else can we do for the kids? What else can we do to make you reach into your wallet like good Sir Brick Scraper just did and support this fine program? It's a place where you can get all of the Dill Danding's greatest hits. It's the only place you can go for that. Where else are you going to go for that?
We need to get a soundboard of like when we karaoke that. Just I'm Dill Danding.
Oh my God.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was goddamn beautiful. Okay. Tech Protect on a rampage. He's always on a rampage.
Is he on a rampage?
Jaffe being interviewed. Jaffe being interviewed by the LCU documentary team. I'm just like, yeah, they don't tell you the price you'll pay. They don't tell you the price you'll fucking pay for being here.
So,
yeah.
Do you want to do? So there's this challenge that's going around. It's really popular at the moment. And what it is it's as simple as naming 100 women in a very short period of time. And it's a little game online. You just type the names in. Do you want to have a go?
Yeah, but do I have to know them? Like people I know?
You just type their names in.
Sure.
I think it's like a test to see like if on the spot you can name as many women as possible, and like if you name like funny ones like porn stars, or you know what I mean? Like it's just like a funny little.
I'll try it. Let's try it.
I'll send you the link.
And how many minutes? How many minutes do we have to do it?
I don't think you get very long. I think it's purely like a rush. Like I said, how fast do you type? I type super fast, like mega fast. I started typing when I was like 4.
I do too. I think I type fast, but I make lots of mistakes. So
I do if I'm stressed, but if it's off my mind, I can rapido like 200 a minute. I'm fucking rapido.
100 women. Okay, so
yeah, share your
let me
screen
visit the
before
site.
you hit let's play. And I want to see how many women you can name in this short time. Now we all hate women, of course, so it's going to be very difficult. And,
so do you have a score?
No, not yet. I was going to do it as well. It's because it's very quick. It's very quick and out of the way. So just want to see how well you do.
Now, okay, but there's some different rules here. It must be a real person, not fictional.
Yeah, that's the issue.
So this is first and last name probably then.
Yes, first and last.
Must be a woman. Must be notable. No repeats. Okay, I don't know if I can do that, but I will try. Are we ready?
No repeats? What, are you going to just name the same woman 10 times?
No, what I'm saying is I don't know if I could do notable real human. I could easily do, first names and shit, but I'll try this. Have you done it?
Thank you, Vertush, for the happy pride. Wow, yeah, happy indeed.
Thanks, buddy.
Red Sheets Metal, the $2. Whitney Houston, I win. That's not how it works, Spreadsheet Metal. You'll have to play yourself and give us your score. Okay. Fuck out.
But
thank you.
But wait a minute. So have you done this before?
Not yet. I'm going to do it after you do it.
Oh, after. Okay, here we go. Well, that gives you a okay. But don't do it after.
I won't copy any of the ones you got.
Why don't you do it while I do it? We'll do it together. Put your screen up
at the same time.
Yeah.
But they can't see really clearly, like what.
They can figure it out.
I won't look. I won't look at all. I'm not looking.
All right.
But I have to full screen it for the stream, so I'll just look to the side. In fact, let me stand up while you do it.
Okay, I'm gonna move. You say I'm gonna. I don't.
Though,
I can't see. Okay, so I'm gonna take my headphones off, and I can't see the chat or the screen. I'm just looking at the name 100 women.
You are watching.
So as soon as I take my headphones off, I am going to mute myself, take a deep breath, and start. Okay.
You fucking go, Tiger. You got this. Okay, guys, we are watching David Jaffe right now try and name 100 women in a very short period of time. I don't know how long you get. I think it's like a minute. Yeah, look at that. Oh, there's a timer, so you just have to do it like in your own time, I think. But it times you on how quickly you do it. That's how it works. So you just keep going, and then I guess when you name 100, you're done. So maybe it will take a while. I thought you had a minute to type as many as you could. He's doing a great job here. I can't see the names, but I'm sure they're very lovely women. Even though women are very hateable, as you all know in the chat, including the women watching this. You all know how hateable women are. As a common and successful woman hater, I've lived a very healthy life. It's been a great time. I'm 30 years old. I've survived 30 years of dealing with women, and I think that is something to be there really is something to be said about that. And it is a success story. Also, if you really do appreciate Lolcow Crypt, please let us know. But with reach into your wallet, as Jaffe would say, and help the show out. Thank you very much. Otherwise, we are getting cancelled, baby. Okay, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna fucking guilt trip you, or maybe I am actually. Maybe I am guilt tripping you. Fuck you. No, I'm kidding. I love the Crypt viewers, the most intelligent viewers across the whole universe. Look at this man go as he types these names. What a speedy guy. Let me click on his face real quick so we can get some real good reactions here. I'm sure he's doing a beautiful job. Oh, that is a man focusing, ladies and gentlemen. That is a man doing the magic. He's really going the extra mile. You can tell he's focused because he like all men hate women, because that's what women say, right? Women say, oh, men just don't know how to treat women, right? Well, he can't even fucking remember any. So that's part of this. Here's my woman tax. Yeah, actually, woman tax should be a thing. It's $10 to the show for every woman out there. If you are a female and you do have a vagina and boobs, please drop a 10 and tell us why you are so hated. Thank you, though, Mr. Snork, for the tax. I really do appreciate it. You're wonderful. If 123 you're still in the chat, please write "This is boring" so I could be happy and smile. Thank you. One thing I do love is walks on the beach, Guys, I've got a lot cooking for the show. I will say that. I've got a lot of things coming for the show that are going to be larger than life. We're going to have a fucking fantastic, fantabulous time. And especially if we're on the A circuit where we reach more of an audience, me and Jaffe have some crazy shit planned for then. We just feel like we don't feel like it's wasted now, but you have to understand, guys, there's a lot more effort that we feel we want to put in if we can reach more people that we feel like we should rightfully have. You know what I mean? I'm unhateable, says Big Mistake for 10. That's not true. People were hating on you the other day. The other day.
I'm unhateable.
You are. The Wizard of Ego says, Josh, can you play an instrument? Let me tell you, I can play all the instruments. I'm a great singer, actually. I just secret hidden talent that I've never really shown anybody other than my dad. But I'm very talented indeed. Just never show the people. And maybe I'll sing in the shower and I'll record it one day because that's the only place I'll do it. I tell you what, though, maybe I'll sing on the show at some point. And it is true. I'm one of the best singers in the world. Don't you fucking say it's not true. Alice in Wonderland, you are becoming my mortal enemy, and you will be put on the list. And you do not want to be on the list. And yes, the list is a real thing. Now, I have been kind enough to make a new list since I've moved from Reapers, by the way. Let me move back to Jaffe here. See what he's doing, how he's getting along. I'm going to zoom in for you guys, but I'm not going to read it.
Hey, real quick, don't read it yet, but we should probably set a timer because it'll go forever.
Yeah,
so I'm going to give
it'll go forever until you're done. Yeah.
So I'm going to give it to 4 minutes and 45 seconds to make up for what I just missed telling you that, and then you'll compete against 4:45. Okay.
Okay.
Here we go.
I'm sure he's got some lovely ladies on the board. I need to refresh the chat because it just fucking broke on my screen. Let me just close these things down that I have open. I think I ran out of memory, which is very common. Especially with Ramageddon going on. My chat's broken. Did we get cancelled? Oh my god, we've been cancelled. No, I don't think so. Hold on. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm not with you right now. But I hope you're okay. I hope you're happy. I hope life's treating you well. When I open the chat, I do expect a fanfare. I do expect nothing but respect. And I can't... Why is the chat just never loading? I swear, this is not okay. Okay, it just says something went wrong every time I load the chat. Are we banned? Guys, we've been banned.
All right, that's all I got. That's all I got.
All right, good. Let's
I
take
did
a
32.
Let's take a bit of a moment because I can't see the chat right now, Jaffe. Are they all leaving me lovely comments? They should be. That was their order.
I'm unhateable says big mistake. Thank you for the super chat, buddy. Foster Ryder, thank you for the super chat. Here's my woman tax, says Mr. Snork. Thank you, buddy. Then we got Jaffe type out Ariel Lawrence for Frank. You goddamn right. Red Sheets Metal. Thank you, buddy.
I'll fix my chat.
As a woman, I hate you, Josh, says big mistake.
Big mistake. I have spent probably about 15 minutes of my life looking for places that you can visit when you go to the UK. So fuck you. In fact, you owe me kindness. That's what you owe me. So take it back. Send another 5. Saying how much
everything with men is transactional. Am I right, ladies? Everything's transactional.
Well, you know, I just hate the women and they should hate themselves. Anyway, is it my turn?
Here we go. Yes, so I am stopping. I got 32.
Pull this up.
Don't look at my screen, but it's up there. I'm going to leave it up there. 32 in 4 minutes and 4 minutes and 45 seconds.
Okay, so I'm going to give myself 4 minutes and 45 seconds.
And I would take your headphones off. That way I can talk to the chat, but I don't want you to have to hear.
Absolutely not. I don't want to hear those people.
Okay. But you got to bring your screen up too, though.
I can't find. I need to for some reason. Oh, there's the link. Okay, copy link. Okay. This is fucking hard. Why am I losing the link? The thing is, my chat just broke. I think I ran out of memory. Things are going bad.
You ain't gonna win.
No, I'm not gonna win. I know I'm
you
not.
Might
I'm not
actually.
I'm not good on the spot.
It was surprisingly difficult, which is a ridiculous thing for it to be difficult.
No,
because
it is when you're on the spot. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
if you were on the spot, you'd be like going. You'd be like going for it. Going to town. All right, you ready? Let's. Can you see? Oh, wait, you should probably stop yours, right? Yeah. Or maybe not.
Yep,
oh yeah, bring yours up. Bring yours back up, and we'll discuss.
Mine's up, and yours is up too.
Okay, I think you should drop yours for now temporarily, but don't close the page.
Okay, 32. Okay, mine's dropped.
Full screen mine. Okay.
All right, here we go, boys. Big mistake says I made reservations this weekend for you. Thanks to you, Josh. We're now even. You goddamn right. Okay, take your headphones off. Take your headphones off.
All right, fine. I'll mute as well.
All right. Jeff Hardy, go get a leaf and roll the blunt. You goddamn right. Listen, this is actually very hard. He's picked Cher, and now he was about to hit Beyonce. Now he put. Why did you get rid of Beyonce? Oh, he's just doing singers, which I was trying to do singers too, but I couldn't remember half of them. Susan Boyle. Oh my God. Riley Reid. Who the fuck is Riley Reid? Okay, he's gonna win. Mia Khalifa. I don't know any of these people. I do know who that is, but Carol Baskin. Jesus. Yeah, he's oh man. I think that's the first one we've shared is Taylor Swift. Olivia Rodrigo. Yeah, man, 10 down. Oh, Betty Crocker, was she real? Yeah, she ain't real, you dumma. You dumma. He's already at porn stars. Which one's a porn star? Mia Khalifa. I know Wiz Khalifa. Sasha Grey. Yeah, I love Sasha Grey. That's a porn star. I do know. And I think she's super hot. Oh, look, he's thinking. Yeah, this may not be so easy. We may actually, Betty Crocker was not real. And if she was real, why doesn't she have a Wikipedia page? You're only real if you have a Wikipedia page, baby. Oh, look at him. Look at him. Oh, Riley Reid's a porn star? Okay. Look at him. Oh, shit. He's struggling. He's struggling. Mona Lisa? Well, okay, fine. Fine. Okay, now he's going for Game of Thrones. Now he's going to do, yeah, here we go. Turner. Who's the other one? The white-haired lady. Whatever her name is. She was in that Christmas movie, Last Christmas, which is pretty good. Pretty good. Trisha Paytas. I think she's a YouTube person, right? You spelled it wrong. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. What's a corn star? You can't write the word porn star? Who's that woman in the goddamn Ted Lasso, but she was also in Game of Thrones. Margaret Thatcher. Okay. All right. Oh, I thought he did those top 10 super fucking fast. And I thought we were done, but now I don't know. He's just making up people. Now he might actually have, I might have a shot. Natalie Portman. He's coming in. He's coming in. He's only got 12 more. Emma Watson. Shit. Come on. I'm going to send a mind block to him. Your mind is blocked, boy. Nothing will come your way. You will be stuck. You will be stuck. I am sending out bad vibes to your brain. Rebecca Black, fine. You get one. Now he's going to say Katy Perry, I'm sure. But don't say Katy Perry. Natasha, who you got there, buddy? Who? What the fuck is that? All right, he is over. He's less than 10 away, and he's got a minute left. Paris Hilton. Oh shit! Here we go. Katie Price. Don't know who that is. Come on, no. Greta Thunberg. No Greta Thunberg. No Mama Fratelli from the Goonies. Yeah, Jojo Siwa. Fuck you. That's not a real name. You're going down, baby. You're going down. You got 45 seconds in. You are fucked. You got to come up with 6, 5, and Robinson. Oh, yeah, that's that lady. Big mistake. Yeah. Oh, come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. No. Evil thoughts into your brain pan. Evil thoughts into your brain pan. Miriam Margolis. Come on. You made that fucking. Come on. Come on. You got 4 more. You only got 30, you got 15, you got, oh, okay, here we go. No, Sarah Palin. Fuck you. 15 seconds to go. Come on, this is for the whole Nancy Pelosi. Fuck you. 2 more. Alexandria. Oh, you're trying to write AOC. Good luck with that. All right, one more.
Am I done?
One more. No,
wait,
you lose.
I thought I was done.
You lost. You have to get 32. I beat you by 1.
Wait, what's the time limit though? I don't know. I forgot.
4:45.
Well, I've won now. You know what I'm saying? That was within the time limit, to be fair.
Okay, it's tied, I would say. I would say it's tied. That's hard, though, right? I mean, that's a real interesting... and I kept thinking, because the people I saw you went on a Game of Thrones run there.
I did. I started thinking of shows, right.
And then I saw Rebecca Black and thought you were going to go to Katy Perry or Paris Hilton, and thought you were going to go to Nicole Richie. But yeah, at first you were right out the gate, really fucking.
I know, but it's
fast,
hard when you start.
Man.
It's hard when you have to think about it on the spot, and you know what I mean. Because I feel like if you just told me that this wasn't a test, I wasn't on stream, and I could just go. I
still would have I mean, fuck you, Mr. Snork. He says, congrats on knowing 32 women. I could do it. I could easily do it. It's just that, there's the time limit. You fucking try to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
God damn it.
You should, I could do all 100 in 3 more minutes.
I couldn't do that, but give me 15 minutes and I could probably do 100.
Yeah, exactly. We're almost done with the show, and guys, we are getting cancelled after today. Keemstar's taking us off the air.
As he should. Ridiculous low number of people watching and donating. It's ridiculous.
Not that we don't.
But
I appreciate you guys. We absolutely do.
We absolutely do.
We're just being wrong.
And also because I've pissed off the religious right. So but I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm sorry. You want to call and have a religious debate discussion with me? I'm happy to do it.
No, I didn't
my mind is
Elizabeth. I forgot because I can't remember her last name.
That probably wasn't her
Windsor,
name.
Isn't it? Elizabeth Windsor. It would have been.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucked
but I'm agnostic on it. If you can convince me God's real, that'd be great. Maybe.
I would love people to come up here and have a conversation with you and challenge you and debate you and stuff like that.
But not in a mean way. I'm not looking for
not an attack, just like an
I'm not
actual
looking
discussion.
Yeah.
Because I don't like those kind of like when people come up on shows or like they argue with people. I think it's more because why are you so upset when someone says certain things that they don't agree with you on? I don't get upset.
I know.
I just go, okay,
I
well,
know
that's their
why,
opinion.
because they're not actually debating and discussing in good faith. They feel attacked, and they should feel attacked, but I'm not attacking them. But what you're doing is you're attacking their whole
I disagree with
foundation that they've built a lot of shit on. And if you're not coming at it aware of that, you're going to feel attacked. But anyway, I'm going to go. If you watch the show, if you're new to the show, sometimes we get into those weeds. I'm sorry to say, but sadly, it's true that bang ups and hang ups can happen to you. Oh, the places you'll go. It's a great book. It's a great book.
I'm saying out the redirect right now.
Congrats on okay. Who's going? Alpha's going next. Another show in the books. One day this show will have a better time slot. With that said, it's best. Have a good one. Thank you, buddy. We very much appreciate that, Vertucci. Don't forget, if you crown up, you'll be mentioned in the opening theme song for a whole month. So
where that came from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got Phantom to look forward to.
1, 2, 3. You better get typing in Alpha's chat. Thank you for the report card F that you gave us. 1, 2, 3. I appreciate you.
Yeah, you're a sad little fuckstick.
I love 1, 2, 3. Don't do that.
I do too. I hate him.
No, because I told you what he is. He does that on every show, no matter how good we could do the best show ever, and he'd be like, "This is boring. I hate bunnies."
Why doesn't he love me?
Okay, but he loves us. He's pretending he doesn't. That's the thing.
No, I want him to love me.
No, but he's pretending.
I want him to love me.
He's an actor.
I want him to pretend to love me.
He's an actor. Anyway, enjoy Alpha, guys. I'll see you guys around. Take care. If you like the show, please like the stream. Thank you very much. Chip, chip, cheerio. Off you go.
Chip, chip, blah, blah, blah. Be well, fellas. Filettis.